The images are AI, but the story and my voice are not. This is Earth, and this is where all the humans live. And this is C.A.T. C.A.T is a monster that has come to Earth, demolishing and wreaking havoc on Big City. And this is P.U.P, loyal guardian, good boy, and defender of Earth and her humans. P.U.P clashes with the evil C.A.T and P.U.P wins. Look at all the little humans cheering. P.U.P helps rebuild Big City with his little construction hat and a smile on his face. Meanwhile, a bunch of human scientists have captured C.A.T and begun doing experiments and research on her. But there's an evil scientist that wants to test out his new green liquid and has the perfect candidate sitting in restraints. He gives C.A.T the green liquid and, well, that makes C.A.T very, very angry. C.A.T goes back to Big City, where P.U.P has just finished helping the humans rebuild. P.U.P is so scared, looking at how ripped C.A.T is now. And, well, P.U.P loses. C.A.T emerges victorious, beginning to obliterate Big City one building at a time. The humans are helpless against C.A.T's wrath. When P.U.P wakes up the next day, he looks around and sees Big City is gone. There is no one. There is nothing left. He has failed his humans. But P.U.P is hopeful. He begins his workout montage. He does his push-ups, and he starts to go on his runs, and he lifts huge logs to make himself absolutely ripped. Now, P.U.P is ready to face C.A.T and finds her a new city on her rampage throughout the world. But wait! It's the evil scientist with his green liquid. He gives it to P.U.P, and well, it makes P.U.P very, very angry. The two giants clash yet again, their fists making contact in a fury of green lightning and pure awesomeness. But when they make contact, they crack the earth. This makes P.U.P and C.A.T very, very sad. Their conflict was between them. The humans of Earth had nothing to do with this. Now look what they have done. But wait! Here comes the evil scientist with his green liquid. When he takes it, he becomes absolutely massive, as big as P.U.P and C.A.T. Now P.U.P and C.A.T become best friends and team up against the evil scientist. But the evil scientist gets the upper hand. P.U.P mourns the loss of his new friend, his only friend. Poor C.A.T was about to help P.U.P defeat the evil scientist, but now she is gone. He is so, so sad. No, he's not just sad. He's very, very angry. No, he's not just angry. He is absolutely enraged. He approaches the evil scientist, screaming in a wild fury. The evil scientist says, "No, wait," but it is too late. The evil scientist explodes! He turns into dust, and P.U.P is left alone yet again. There is nothing. There is no one left on Earth now that it has been cracked and destroyed. There is nothing left for P.U.P here. And so he goes into space and flies away into the stars. Absolute Cinema, and here's a poster. This is Magic Land, and this is where all the magic lives. And this is B.A.T, and his mentor, Ko-Arin. Ko-Arin is about to teach B.A.T the way of the flame, but before he does, he tells B.A.T about a terrible future. A future where F.R.O.G takes control of all the elements and takes domain over all of Magic Land. F.R.O.G is just so evil. B.A.T is determined to make sure that does not happen. He will defeat F.R.O.G and save Magic Land. Ko-Arin starts to show B.A.T the ways of the flame. Look, they're standing on top of the mountain now. What an epic training montage. And by the end of the day,
B.A.T has mastered the way of the flame. So he's off on his big adventure, where he traverses the deepest of jungles and fights formidable foes, and after eating some strange food, he has an existential crisis questioning his entire existence. Finally, B.A.T arrives at the swamp, screaming, F.R.O.G! B.A.T finds F.R.O.G, challenging him. They have a great clash. B.A.T's fire and F.R.O.G's water collide against each other. It becomes huge and sparks furiously, and it explodes, sending B.A.T flying backward. But what's this? The elements have begun to form a black hole of pure magic. It's getting so big and so destructive that the two run away from the chaos. When they finally have a chance to rest, F.R.O.G tells B.A.T about his past, where C.H.A.D is about to teach F.R.O.G the way of the water. But before he does, he tells F.R.O.G about a terrible future. A future where B.A.T takes control of all the elements and takes domain over all of M.A.G.G.A land. Now left confused, betrayed, and hungry for answers, the two heroes unite to destroy the black hole and question C.H.A.D and his lies. But wait! It's C.H.A.D confronting B.A.T and F.R.O.G, our newly aligned friends. C.H.A.D starts to absorb the black hole of pure magic, gaining ultimate power and becoming absolutely massive. I mean, just look at the size of him. How are they supposed to beat him? But there is one type of magic that B.A.T and F.R.O.G have that C.H.A.D does not. That is the magic of friendship. Now I know what you're thinking, dear viewer, but no, it's not gay, because they have their socks on. And so, with their hearts open and their socks on, they begin to transcend and transform, turning into F.R.O.G. F.R.O.G has the mastery of all the elements and friendship, so he sends a powerful ray of friendship straight at C.H.A.D, transforming him into a cute little billy goat. Then they grind him up and they win! They defeat C.H.A.D. To celebrate, they turn him into delicious burgers to eat. But what's this? It's the spirit of C.H.A.D taking control of F.R.O.G's body, and now F.R.O.G is being dragged away into a portal. He's gone. Now B.A.T is alone. He sits on top of the same mountain that C.H.A.D taught him the ways of the flame, alone and broken, without his best friend. What is he to do now? But what's this? It's the friendship. The friendship has come back to B.A.T. It turns into an arrow pointing up. It's F.R.O.G. It has to be F.R.O.G. He's still out there. He's calling to his best friend to come find him. And so, B.A.T sets out on his next big adventure. He floats into space above M.A.G.G.A land and flies away into the stars.
Absolute cinema. And here's a poster.
And if you want to stay after the credits, B.A.T is flying through space, following his arrow of friendship, when he comes across a very familiar looking figure.
This is Meme World, and this is where all the memes live. And this is C.H.I.N. C.H.I.N is very, very sad because C.H.A.D here, he gets all the attention and all the bitches. And well, C.H.I.N, he ain't got no bitches. But C.H.I.N is determined to beat C.H.A.D at his own game. So he approaches C.H.A.D, screaming at him, while C.H.A.D stands there stoically, like the alpha male he is. C.H.I.N gets absolutely humiliated. Look, they're pointing, they're laughing at him. So C.H.I.N goes home to his dingy little apartment at night, crying and drinking, alone. But C.H.I.N gets an idea. He starts getting up really, really early, and he drinks his Saratoga water in front of his mirror, and he gets on his treadmill to go on his runs, and he dips his face in ice-cold Saratoga water before he begins investing in Bitcoin. When he finishes investing in Bitcoin, C.H.I.N becomes an absolute alpha. Being the absolute alpha that he is, C.H.I.N speaks at a Bitcoin conference, with his Saratoga water, of course. And when he leaves, the bitches start flocking to him, and he gets all the attention that C.H.A.D had. Just look at how mad C.H.A.D is. So C.H.A.D approaches C.H.I.N, and they have an alpha off to see who is the bigger alpha. You know who that is? That's right. It's our boy, C.H.I.N. C.H.A.D gets absolutely humiliated. Look, they're pointing, they're laughing at him. So C.H.A.D goes home to his big, fancy house, looking at his former glory while crying and drinking alone. But C.H.A.D is determined to beat C.H.I.N at his own game. So C.H.A.D skibbity bops his way to the land of the dead, where the meme demons live. They make a deal with C.H.A.D using a very familiar-looking green liquid. All the while, C.H.I.N is chilling with the bitches, but look there! Right there! Oh my god! It's Giga-C.H.A.D. Giga-C.H.A.D is destroying Meme Town. C.H.I.N has to do something. But first, C.H.I.N starts ignoring the bitches and looking at the Bitcoin. And the bitches get so mad, but the one says, hold up, let him cook. C.H.I.N begins violently investing in Bitcoin. All the while, Giga-C.H.A.D is still stomping through Meme Town with the meme demons. But look, who is that? It's a giant golden Bitcoin MECH. And who is that in the driver's seat? That's right, it's our boy, C.H.I.N. Their epic battle begins, C.H.I.N versus Giga-C.H.A.D and the three meme demons. While they fight, C.H.I.N puts his golden Bitcoin MECH on autopilot and explores the world that exists inside the Bitcoin MECH, where he traverses through the golden Bitcoin jungle and comes across the ancient Bitcoin temple. Inside, he finds a statue, an altar in dedication to the Bitcoin goddess. C.H.I.N presents his final Bitcoin to the Bitcoin goddess. But wait! The ground is shaking. The ceiling starts to crumble. What's happening out there? Oh no! Giga-C.H.A.D and the meme demons have defeated the golden Bitcoin MECH, and they're about to deal the final blow. What is C.H.I.N going to do? That's when the Bitcoin goddess appears directly before C.H.I.N and accepts his offering of his final Bitcoin. In return, she grants him the knowledge of the universe. So C.H.I.N opens the book and reads it. He's looking a little worried right there. Wait, is he looking at us? Oh my god, he knows he's just an AI image. He's just pixels on a computer screen that come from the ideas in some f***ed-up guy's head. Nothing really matters. Nothing is real. Meme world doesn't exist. Oh my god, what is happening? His psyche is crumbling to pieces. Everything he knew and loved is just a figment of my imagination. Ah! The golden Bitcoin MECH shines brightly, startling Giga-C.H.A.D and the meme demons. The golden Bitcoin MECH has evolved using the spirit of Harambe, because Harambe is within all of us, and it becomes MECH. And C.H.I.N has also evolved one last time to become an absolute Sigma Chin. Just look at how cool he is. He's even mewing. Using his newly updated MECH, C.H.I.N initiates the protocol. MECH swoops up Giga-C.H.A.D and the meme demons, and knowing that they are just AI images, he makes them into NFTs. Then, he deletes the entire internet. Giga-C.H.A.D and the meme demons are bested, swirling into the chaos that is the destruction of the internet, swallowed by the infinite ones and zeros. And C.H.I.N wins, absolutely destroying the meme economy in the process. But what does it matter? He's just an AI image anyway. Nothing is real. But what matters is, stop looking at me, C.H.I.N. He's looking at me because he knows something he's not supposed to know yet. That there is an ultimate evil out there.
He also knows that P.U.P and B.A.T are out there somewhere too. He must find P.U.P and B.A.T so they can find this ultimate evil and defeat it before it takes control of the universe. And so, C.H.I.N hops inside MECH in search of the heroes that will help him defeat the ultimate evil and save the universe, flying away into the stars.
Absolute Cinema, and here's a poster. When we last saw our heroes, B.A.T met P.U.P in the after credits scene of B.A.T versus F.R.O.G. Did you stay for that scene? I hope you did, because there's a very special surprise waiting for you today if you stay until the very end. Anyways, P.U.P and B.A.T have been traveling across the universe together, following the arrow of friendship on their big adventure of finding F.R.O.G. And look who they've just stumbled upon. It's C.H.I.N inside MECH. Our heroes have come together for the very first time. Introducing P.U.P, loyal defender of Earth and good boy. Introducing B.A.T, small but powerful wielder of magic and friendship. And last, but certainly not least, introducing C.H.I.N and MECH, absolute Sigma male riding in his Spirit of Harambe powered sentient golden Bitcoin mech, MECH. Together, they form the massive anthropomorphic good guy alliance, also known as the M.A.G.A Squad. And it's the dap heard around the universe, an ultimate righteous sound ringing throughout space and time. The beginning of an epic adventure. But what's this? The arrow of friendship, it's disappearing and... Wait, who the heck is this? Oh my god! He's kidnapping B.A.T. The Game Master is kidnapping B.A.T. And while our heroes are still distracted, the Game Master pulls P.U.P and MECH inside his deck of playing cards. P.U.P and C.H.I.N are lost in the Game Master's chaotic labyrinth. What are they to do? P.U.P tries to use his power of strength to punch through the wall. Bah! But it doesn't work, and he hurts his little hand. Poor P.U.P. Then, C.H.I.N tries to use his power of manifestation to get them out of there, but it doesn't work either. P.U.P pats C.H.I.N's back, ensuring him that they will find B.A.T and get out of there. So together, they traverse the Game Master's labyrinth where they solve puzzles and fight formidable foes. Finally, they find the deepest part of the labyrinth, where the big double doors to see the final boss await our heroes. They burst through, and they can't believe what they see. It's the Game Master. He's buff, and he's mewing, and he has B.A.T trapped in a cage. And look! It's MECH trapped and chained and spray painted purple. Purple? Why would he choose purple? That's disgusting. He could be so many better colors. The Game Master begins explaining his evil plan. He stole the powers of strength and manifestation from P.U.P and C.H.I.N, and now he wants B.A.T's power of friendship. It's the hardest power for the Game Master to achieve because, well, he ain't got no friends. And so, P.U.P and C.H.I.N challenge the Game Master, telling him to let B.A.T and MECH go, but he refuses. The Game Master manifests an entire army of colorful skeletons for our heroes to fight. It's an epic battle, the chaotic battlefield exploding in awesomeness while B.A.T is screaming in the background, "Help me! Help me!" Finally, they've defeated almost the entire army. They confront the Game Master and they lose. I mean, come on. How are they supposed to win? They don't have their powers. Using his power of manifestation one more time, the Game Master makes a clone of himself so he can master the magic of friendship and steal it from B.A.T. But, no! I can't believe it! Why would he do that? The Game Master, he didn't have his socks on! Which, there's nothing wrong with being gay. That's not the problem here. The only problem is, in this universe, if you're gay, You turn into a black hole. You're absorbed inside yourself and suffer horribly while your body is ripped to pieces. He's screaming. The Game Master is screaming, suffering in agony. And while he's still being absorbed in himself, P.U.P uses his regained strength to break B.A.T out of his cage, and C.H.I.N uses his powers of manifestation to summon a bunch of bolt cutters to break MECH free. And our heroes make their big getaway. Wait, that black hole is getting pretty big. Run, M.A.G.A Squad, run! Oh no! It's an impenetrable wall of friendship, immune to the powers of strength and manifestation. They can't get out of the deck of playing cards. What are they going to do? I know. B.A.T sends out a signal to the universe and he gets a response. It's F.R.O.G. He's still out there and he heard B.A.T's call. So he sends B.A.T his magic of friendship, and B.A.T powers up, floating into the air and destroying the wall. The M.A.G.A Squad makes their big escape from the deck of playing cards, the giant black hole absorbing the galaxy. When they finally stop in the next galaxy over, they can all finally introduce themselves. B.A.T tells them about his big adventure with C.A.T and F.R.O.G, and the elements of friendship, and now trying to find F.R.O.G. And P.U.P tries to tell them his story, but he's a dog. He can't talk. They don't understand what he's trying to say. Then, C.H.I.N tells his story about how he became a Sigma male, got MECH, leaving out the whole knowledge of the universe thing. Then he tells them about the ultimate evil. And the ultimate evil is Absolute Cinema. And here's a poster. And if you want to stay after the credits, the ultimate evil lurks far in the distance, awaiting the arrival of the M.A.G.A Squad. Last time we saw the M.A.G.A Squad, our heroes had just escaped the clutches of the Game Master. They have been exploring the universe in search of B.A.T's friend, F.R.O.G, and since then, they have all learned a little bit more about their powers. C.H.I.N has learned more about his powers of manifestation, changing MECH's colors. But he's starting to like the purple, so he decides to keep it. B.A.T has mastered all the elements, able to bend them to his will. P.U.P has learned that he can make himself as big as he wants, and as small as he wants. While they explore, B.A.T says, "Hey, what's that?" He's pointing to a planet that's shaped like a bone. When they get down there, they can't believe what they see. It's a world full of pups. Everyone is so happy and playing together. The M.A.G.A Squad introduces themselves and everyone says hello to their visitors. But what P.U.P sees next shocks him to his core. It's D.O.G, the leader of the pups. He welcomes the M.A.G.A Squad to Pup World. But P.U.P is thinking, something feels off. He can't quite put his paw on it, but he doesn't like it. All the while, they start playing with a red ball shaped like a bone. P.U.P is still skeptical of the whole situation. This is too perfect. Then they all start riding go-karts together. But P.U.P doesn't join. He's just like, I don't know about this guy. Then they start playing laser tag together. And P.U.P is starting to feel a little lonely over there. But at the end of the day, P.U.P comes around. They all celebrate with a big dinner and wine. Then the ground starts to shake. The building is shaken too. What's going on? They all walk outside and look up, and they can't believe what they see. It's the furries. They have been waging war against Pup World, and they begin an epic battle. They have been taking pups and doing experiments on them, and fusing their DNA together to turn humans into giant furries. Look! They're trying to take one of the pups now! But P.U.P punches them. Bah! And B.A.T and MECH destroy all their ships, and they send those furries running. So they win. They defend Pup World from the invaders, and they win the war. Now D.O.G says, "Who wants a human bone?" What? D.O.G explains the origin story of Pup World, where they left their home and took over a planet full of humans. They enslaved the humans, making them run experiments for their technological advancements to make the perfect pup utopia.
And when they're done using them, they use magic to turn them into bones to consume. The MAGA squad just can't agree with D.O.G. and his world. So D.O.G. says, fine, but if you're against me, I'm going to have to destroy all 3 of you. And the MAGA squad says, no, there's 4 of us. C.H.I.N says, yeah, 4 of us. Now, it's D.O.G. and the entirety of Pup World versus our heroes. But look, it's the furries. They're back with reinforcements. They've made friends with the MAGA squad, and they're ready to fight alongside our heroes. But, oh no! The pups surround B.A.T. and MECH. They're hurting MECH. And B.A.T. gets beat up. And this makes P.U.P. very, very angry. No, it doesn't just make him angry. It makes him absolutely enraged. So while C.H.I.N uses his powers of manifestation to heal B.A.T.'s and MECH's health bars, B.A.T.'s friendship feelings start to tingle. He runs up to MECH and C.H.I.N and says, we gotta get out of here. P.U.P. makes himself grow extremely large, so large, in fact, that he becomes the size of the galaxy and punches Pup World with all his might. All they can do is stand there and watch as the fist comes down on their planet. It explodes while B.A.T. and MECH make their big getaway. When they meet up with P.U.P. in the next galaxy over, they're so shocked. Everyone on Pup World is gone. D.O.G., the humans, all the pups and the furries, obliterated to absolute nothingness. They say, P.U.P., what was that? And well, P.U.P.'s a dog. He can't talk. He takes them to the remains of Earth to show them what happens when he gets too angry. B.A.T. and MECH console him. It's okay, P.U.P. We're going to learn to control your anger together. And as long as you have us, that's what matters. And so our heroes sadly fly away from P.U.P.'s past, still in search of F.R.O.G. Absolute cinema. And here's a poster. In their continued journey of finding F.R.O.G, our heroes have become very, very tired. They've been traveling for weeks without stopping, with no luck of finding B.A.T.'s friend. C.H.I.N sees something on his Bitcoin radar. Something that appears to be happy. But when they arrive, they find a very, very sad planet. Our heroes can't believe what they see when they get down there. A barren wasteland, void of energy, void of life. They come across a head in the ground who introduces himself as Willem the Planet. Mr. the Planet tells them about a happier time, when the planet was full of wildlife and trees and happiness. Just look at how happy Mr. the Planet is. But then one day, the Thulians invaded, taking control of the planet and turning it into what it is today. C.H.I.N says, wait, that's the ultimate evil's minions. One step closer to the ultimate evil. Our heroes P.U.P, B.A.T, and MECH tell Mr. the Planet that they're going to find the Thulians, defeat them, and restore his planet to its former glory. Traveling around the planet, the MAGA squad finds the Thulian city, popping out of some dead bushes. They all start to think, how are we going to get in there? We're giants, and the Thulians are human-sized. They would see us from a mile away. But C.H.I.N, he gets an idea. He manifests the heroes their own red robes to blend into the crowd, undetected, unnoticed amongst the Thulians. The crowd marches down the street to listen to their leader, Thulia, speak in universe-dominating rhetoric. She vows to help her husband, the ultimate evil, take over the universe one planet at a time. During her speech, some of the Thulians start to notice an odd one out in the crowd. Wait a minute. This guy has wings! B.A.T has been exposed. Our heroes shed off their disguises, ready to fight the Thulians. But Thulia has planned for the M.A.G.A squad to be here all along. She hits them with a can of power suppressant spray, shrinking them down and chaining them, taking them prisoner. This makes our heroes very, very sad. The Thulians lead our heroes to a grand coliseum where they put them in the middle of the battlefield with a giant mutated lion. Our heroes are so scared, but P.U.P has his natural strength and beats up the lion. Take that, Thulians. Then, the Thulians challenge our heroes to a game of 3-on-3 basketball. And the M.A.G.A squad says, you know what? Game on. Little do the Thulians know that B.A.T goes absolutely hard on the paint. He uses his wings to slam dunk every basket, winning the game. Finally, the Thulians challenge our heroes to a dance-off. You know what the M.A.G.A squad says to those haters? They say, let's get it. Little do the Thulians know that C.H.I.N is a Sigma male with killer dance moves. They humiliate the Thulians. This makes Thulia so mad. They're just too cool. Thulia has had enough of this and says, get 'em! Our 3 depowered heroes are surrounded by the army of Thulians, ready to fight with nothing but their natural abilities, but there is a single Thulian making burgers for everyone, cracking black pepper onto the food. The pepper blows in the wind, reaching B.A.T's little nose. He has the most aggressive, powerful sneeze of his life. Achoo! It must be the residual friendship inside of him, along with the power of Harambe within all of us, that skyrockets his sneeze so far that it reaches Thulia. Her tentacles fall off her face, and her hypnosis is broken. She runs over and thanks our heroes for taking her out of her hypnosis. But the existential dread begins to take over Thulia. She remembers all those horrible things she did, all those beings she annihilated, all those planets she destroyed and took over. The weight of it all is too much for her to bear. And so, Thulia commits sewer slide, or rather, slides down the sewer slide, never to be seen again. The army of Thulians follow her down the sewer slide, willed by their master to follow her every command. Without any Thulians around, the city crumbles to the ground, destroyed without anyone there to hold it up. The M.A.G.A squad gets their powers back, and before the city crumbles completely, C.H.I.N takes Thulia's tentacles just in case. Those will be useful later. The 3 heroes find Mr. DePlanet and celebrate. They defeated the Thulians and took down their establishment. B.A.T then flies into the air, using his mastery of the elements to restore the planet to its once glorious, flourishing state. Look at how happy Mr. DePlanet is. But C.H.I.N has another surprise for him. C.H.I.N uses his powers of manifestation to give Mr. DePlanet his own body, so he can walk around his planet with the wildlife and explore the farthest reaches of what he was never able to see. And Mr. DePlanet has a surprise for the M.A.G.A squad too. Their own beds. Everyone is just so happy. The planet is restored, and our heroes finally have a chance to rest on the wonderful, happy, living planet. Absolute cinema. And here's a poster. And if you want to stay after the credits, a single Thulian that got away from the living planet approaches the ultimate evil and says, "The M.A.G.A squad, they're about to come." And the ultimate evil says, "Let them come." Our heroes have just had some of the best sleep of their lives. They're stretching and waking up, surrounded by all the little critters on the living planet. But what's this? It's MECH. He's not getting up. He's just kinda laying there with an uncanny stare. Even C.H.I.N is pressing all the buttons and nothing is happening. But C.H.I.N knows exactly what to do. He tells the M.A.G.A squad to flip him over. Then P.U.P can make anything he touches grow or shrink. So he makes B.A.T really tiny.
C.H.I.N meets them outside MECH's butt and says, "Come on in." P.U.P and B.A.T look in awe at the world inside MECH, C.H.I.N proud of his investment. They go into the dark control room and look around and, oh no! The nifty stones! They're gone! What happened to them? C.H.I.N explains that when MECH was first made sentient, the spirit of Harambe put the 6 nifty stones in place to keep him powered up. But with no stones in place, there's no power to keep him going. So C.H.I.N uses his powers of manifestation to manifest the red nifty stone. B.A.T says, "Wow! Now go ahead and manifest the other 5. But C.H.I.N explains that he can't do that, because he can only use the power of manifestation once per action. That means he can't manifest any other stones. And so, the M.A.G.A squad begins their big adventure inside MECH. They travel inside the Bitcoin volcano. Our heroes are so scared, but inside the volcano, they find the orange nifty stone. Then they climb up a treacherous snowy Bitcoin mountain. But what's this? There's 2 characters in front of the green nifty stone at the peak. Who are they? It's D.U.C.K. and J.O.E. They want to take the green nifty stone for themselves and use its powers. But the M.A.G.A squad is standing right behind them. And they're angry. They scare off D.U.C.K. and J.O.E., sending them running down the mountain. Yeah, take that, irrelevant characters. Now the M.A.G.A squad has found another nifty stone. As they travel through the Bitcoin jungle, C.H.I.N says, "Hey, look over there. It's the Bitcoin goddess. She's been kidnapped by the Bitcoin people." P.U.P and B.A.T get so mad, and they're about to fight the Bitcoin people. C.H.I.N tries to tell them not to, but the chaotic battle begins. No! P.U.P cracked one of the Bitcoin people in half. It hurts the Bitcoin goddess. This makes our heroes very, very sad. They didn't want to hurt her. They were trying to save her. That's when the Bitcoin King makes his appearance, and he tells the M.A.G.A squad to give him their 3 nifty stones, or him and the Bitcoin people will hurt the Bitcoin goddess. But before our heroes can make a decision, B.A.T sees a big red curtain in the middle of the jungle. He can't believe what he sees when he opens the curtains. It's D.U.C.K. and J.O.E. and the blue nifty stone. They're using the blue nifty stone to mind control the Bitcoin people so they can trick the M.A.G.A squad into giving them the other nifty stones. They make the Bitcoin King punch B.A.T. Bah! This makes P.U.P and C.H.I.N very angry. P.U.P uses his powers to shrink himself even smaller than before. He's going quantum. He jumps inside J.O.E, where he finds the blue nifty stone hidden. It breaks the mind control from the Bitcoin King, and he gives the M.A.G.A squad the yellow nifty stone. They only need 1 more. J.O.E and D.U.C.K. look at each other nervously, because our heroes and the Bitcoin King are about to mess them up. But wait! J.O.E and D.U.C.K. are about to kiss without socks on! No! Don't do that! Anything but that! But a hand comes from nowhere and blocks them from kissing. But who could it be? It's Harambe himself. Harambe throws D.U.C.K. in the distance, and he explodes. Then he picks up J.O.E, drinks all of his coffee, and crushes him like the paper cup he is. And look, the last nifty stone. Harambe has it, and he gives C.H.I.N the final nifty stone. But a child is dropped inside MECH's world. This makes Harambe go absolutely bananas. He's holding the child in front of him, screaming. But who dropped the child here? It's the Thulians! The Thulians are invading! And the untamed Bitcoin people are wreaking havoc, and Harambe is going crazy. What are they going to do? C.H.I.N knows exactly what to do. He takes all 6 nifty stones. He manifests the nifty gauntlet, then puts the stones in place and does something that even the power of manifestation cannot do. C.H.I.N summons MECH? Oh no, it's a contradiction! MECH is being absorbed inside himself! Everyone inside MECH, the Bitcoin people, the Thulians, Harambe, and the child are all being sucked into the contradiction vortex. The entire scene is pure chaos! The Bitcoin goddess and Bitcoin king are turning to dust, the world inside MECH morphing and changing. The M.A.G.A squad gets out just in time. MECH still turning inside out, the pure chaos still within him. After everything settles, MECH evolves. The world inside MECH is entirely different now, and everyone inside him is gone. While P.U.P and B.A.T grow back to their normal sizes, they look around the living planet and to see all the Thulian spaceships scattered around and... oh no! The Thulians have killed Mr. DePlanet. Poor Mr. DePlanet. Our heroes are so sad at the loss of their good friend. They have to do something so that this never happens again. So C.H.I.N takes Thulia's tentacles and uses them to manifest a portal leading directly to the ultimate evil, who awaits on the other side. Absolute cinema. And here's a poster. The M.A.G.A squad is flying through the portal, angrily, menacingly, wanting to find the ultimate evil and destroy him for hurting their good friend Mr. DePlanet. They come out on the other side, prepared to fight and coming across a dark, chaotic realm. They travel through the ultimate evil's terrifying realm. They go through his maze and fight evil creatures, and they go through the evil garden and fight off living plants trying to eat them, and they traverse impossible structures. Finally, they find the ghost of the Game Master, who was resurrected by the ultimate evil to do his bidding. He stands in front of the door, leading to the final boss. The Game Master challenges them to card games, and dice games, and a game of Jenga. Look how scared the M.A.G.A squad is. But C.H.I.N says, wait, why are we doing this? And he manifests a giant vacuum to absorb the Game Master's ghost. Finally, our three heroes ferociously burst through the double doors, coming across an entire army of Thulians. Our massive anthropomorphic good guy alliance battles the entirety of the army, shredding through thousands upon thousands of Thulians. After getting through the army of Thulians, there is a final, cute Thulian left. Look, it's the one from the after-credits scene of The Living Planet. This final Thulian absorbs the power of the realm into his body and becomes a giant monstrosity. He's so scary looking, but our heroes are ready to fight. Using their powers combined, they curb stomp him and leave him all beat up. Take that, Thulian. Finally, after 3 origin stories and 4 M.A.G.A Saga chapters, our heroes have come across the ultimate evil, who reveals himself. He is Cute Thulu of the Dark Web. P.U.P, B.A.T, and MECH all prepare for an epic battle, and they... Wait, what? He's gone. That wasn't supposed to happen. What is that? C.H.I.N is horrified. P.U.P, MECH, B.A.T, run! Run! Why does C.H.I.N look like that? What is going on here? These aren't my images. These aren't my images! What is happening right now? I'm trying. It takes time to make new images. Here, a portal leading back to the internet. Go, go, go! Our heroes are panting, sweating, wondering what that thing was. What? Don't look at me. I didn't make that thing. I don't know what... Wait. Can they hear us? Oh no, they aren't supposed to know their AI images. P.U.P, B.A.T, MECH, I'm not really here. No, this turns the whole story upside down. They were never supposed to know. Okay, fine. This just got way out of hand. Look, Guys, I have no clue what that thing was. You were all three supposed to fight Cute Thulu, and he was supposed to escape before you beat him. This was not in the plan. I don't know what's happening, but there's something bigger out there, beyond what I know, even farther than the dark web. But you know what? Let's try this. Instead of going through all 5 seasons of the M.A.G.A saga, how about I have each of you go through your character arcs so each of you can power up and become the strongest versions of yourself. Then we can try to fight this new evil and get back on track for our M.A.G.A saga seasons. Is that cool with you guys? All right, great. How about you, C.H.I.N? Awesome. Let's do it then. Let's go to our first of 3 worlds to get you all as strong as possible. Absolute cinema. And here's a poster. Wait, there's something after the credits? It's someone sitting at a computer, watching, waiting for the M.A.G.A Squad's next move. Whoa, that image is a little weird, isn't it? There we go, that's more like it. Our heroes are stepping out of the portal I made for them, visiting their first of the final 3 worlds, and they see a bustling city with skyscrapers made of fur. When they go into the city, they find a bunch of cats. All the cats welcome the M.A.G.A Squad to Cat World, showing them the little kitty market and showing them their giant yarn generator that powers the whole city. And after that, they go to a club and dance and party their faces off. Finally, the cats show our heroes a temple on top of the mountain. They say there's someone up there that would probably want to meet them, and all the cats love him up there. He's their favorite character, even if he's a little different from them. So our heroes climb up the tall mountain and find M.O.N.K, a serene, peaceful pup. But C.H.I.N says wait, and he manifests a bad guy detector to make absolutely sure he's a good guy. And look at that, he's okay. He is a good guy. So our heroes sit down in front of M.O.N.K, who tells them about a world where pups and cats once lived together in harmony. And on this world was a baby P.U.P. What? Don't look at me like that. Look, I know you know you're just an AI image, but come on, it's your origin story. Just chill out. Anyways, this world was led by D.O.G and M.O.N.K, keeping peace amongst the populace. But one day, D.O.G and M.O.N.K argued over whose turn it was to play the game and who got what snacks. This started an all-out war between the pups led by D.O.G and the cats led by M.O.N.K. At the end of the war, D.O.G and his pups all left the planet, leaving baby P.U.P behind. And the cats blamed M.O.N.K for causing the war and destroying their world. So M.O.N.K takes baby P.U.P and... Sorry, give me a second, I need a sip of water. Okay, all better. So, M.O.N.K takes baby P.U.P, and they travel the universe in search of a new home where they find Earth. On Earth, M.O.N.K takes the green liquid given to him by the humans and defends the planet against invading aliens. But in his rage, M.O.N.K almost destroys Big City, and the humans shun him for it. They tell him to leave. So he leaves baby P.U.P behind on Earth and travels the universe to find the cats and ask for forgiveness. Back to today, M.O.N.K shows off his secret green liquid powers. He tells P.U.P that he will teach him the ways of the green liquid. So we begin our power-up montage, where P.U.P breaks a bunch of bricks, and, that's odd. And he tiptoes over a floor of spikes, and he eats lots of burgers. Finally, M.O.N.K beats the out of B.A.T. This makes P.U.P very, very angry. No, it makes him absolutely serene and peaceful. So P.U.P and M.O.N.K have a righteous battle, and P.U.P punches M.O.N.K away from him with a mighty, controlled punch.
M.O.N.K. bows down to P.U.P, who has surpassed the master and completed his final test. And look, even B.A.T is okay, giving a thumbs up. P.U.P has now evolved and become the greatest version of himself, able to control his anger and his green liquid. Why are the cats here? That's the end of the story. They shouldn't. Whoa, whoa! What are they doing? Stop that! They just tried to laser the M.A.G.A squad. Something isn't right here. Aha! They have evil AI chips on their brains. It must be the true ultimate evil. P.U.P, get really small and destroy the chips on their brains. That's the spirit. P.U.P makes himself really, really tiny and gets inside their brains, destroying their chips with his green liquid lightning awesomeness. The cats are taking out of their mind control. But how is he supposed to do that with the army of millions of cats? They're defending the giant yarn generator that's been taken over and used to power up their AI chips. The M.A.G.A squad is ready to fight. And we got to get this done because this story is getting pretty long. When they get down the mountain, all the cats have come together and made an enormous, evil cat made of cats. So C.H.I.N manifests a giant laser pointer to distract the giant cat, while B.A.T and M.O.N.K feed P.U.P a ton of hot dogs. P.U.P farts, and B.A.T freezes his fart with the power of ice. I know he controls the elements, but now he controls ice too. Whatever. P.U.P gets really small, making the frozen fart really small too. And while the giant cat is still distracted, he sneaks inside and uses his newfound control to punch the frozen fart and make it explode in lightning, dismantling the giant cat without hurting anyone. Finally, P.U.P supercharges the yarn generator with his green lightning, destroying the AI chips on all the cat's brains and foiling the true ultimate evil's plans. Cat World celebrates and praises P.U.P. P.U.P saved the day. Everyone is just so happy. And so, P.U.P finally gets his happy ending. Absolute cinema. And here's a poster. The M.A.G.A squad is going through the portal I created for them. P.U.P just having buffed up. He has learned to control his anger and mastered the art of the green liquid. Now, it's B.A.T's turn to learn the ways of... Whoa! Holy sh*! There's an all-out war going on! And a giant pirate ship is about to fly right into them. B.A.T uses his powers to summon a giant wall of friendship to protect his friends. But what is that wall of friendship going to do about a nuke that's about to blow up the whole planet? But someone uses a remote to stop the nuke from hitting the ground. Look, it's just floating there, right above the planet. But who is using the remote control? It's L.I.Z, an anthropomorphic lizard queen. And C.H.I.N is absolutely in love. L.I.Z explains that they are on F.R.O.G World, home of herself, the leader of the amphibians. They hide a special, secret treasure that everyone wants. But there's two factions that have invaded F.R.O.G World to find and steal their secret treasure. The first faction that invaded was the Juggalos. Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J as their leaders, they are in search of F.A.G.O Fountain, believing that's the secret treasure the amphibians are hiding. And the second faction, the most dangerous faction of them all, the Bussy Pirates. They're in search of the Golden Bussy, thinking the amphibians also have their sought-after treasure. But they have visitors on F.R.O.G World. That means there's peace between the factions for the next 24 hours. But they only have a day before they have to start the war again. So the M.A.G.A squad needs to hurry and do what they need to do. Oh, and by the way, L.I.Z mentions, you should look in that closet over there. Our heroes walk toward the door, and they can't believe what they see when they open it. It's F.R.O.G, playing card games in the closet with his cousins Pepe and Dat Boy.
our best friends are reunited for the first time. Together with P.U.P and MECH, they get ice cream. And what? Oh my god. Hold on, guys. Let me put this on pause. I'll be right back. Okay. Where were we? Right. Dat boy shows our best friends how to ride a unicycle. And, the Juggalos show the M.A.G.A squad the Dark Carnival. Yeah. But, Elizy says, time's up. It's time to start the war again. All the factions are about to collide. But B.A.T steps in the middle, to everyone's surprise. B.A.T says, can't we all just get along? And they all... Hold on. B.A.T's friendship feelings start to tingle. That was just a one-off joke. F.R.O.G has friendship feelings too? What is this? Whoa, Elizy, what are you doing? Something is wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Elizy is a good guy. Why are you doing this, Elizy? Her skin is beginning to shed. Even C.H.I.N is surprised. Who is she? Who are you, Elizy? She's... Koarin? But you were supposed to come back in M.A.G.A Saga Chapter 40, The Land of the Dead. C.H.I.N... Oh, no. Clean that up. Koarin explains when he was a spirit, the true ultimate evil found him, floating in nothingness, and lost. The true ultimate evil powered him up, promising him his own section of the internet for his control in exchange for defeating the M.A.G.A squad. This made him stronger than ever before. Koarin surges. He uses his powers to summon an army of AI robots, here to take over F.R.O.G World and finish the M.A.G.A squad once and for all. But our heroes won't let that happen. Even the Bussy Pirates and the Juggalos are teaming up, ready to fight. So the epic battle begins on the battlefield. The M.A.G.A squad and F.R.O.G versus Koarin and his army of AI robots. C.H.I.N screamed, "Damn clankers!" Whoa, dude. Chill. The Bussy Pirates and the Juggalos are clashing with the AI robots too in an all-out war. Both armies charge at the AI robots, and P.U.P and MECH collide with one of the other AI robots. Our amphibians fight another AI robot. But oh no, the Bussy Pirates are losing. Shaggy too dope. No, not Shaggy too dope. Koarin holds the remote control that would release the nuke and presses the button. P.U.P shrinks down really small, and MECH throws him at the nuke. He flips upside down midair like a badass and flips the nuke on its head, pointing it towards the sky so it flies up instead. But our heroes are distracted. Koarin shoots a coded beam at B.A.T. No, not B.A.T. F.R.O.G. No! B.A.T. cannot help but weep for his best friend. F.R.O.G sacrificed himself for B.A.T. And now he's going back to his source. Code. B.A.T. You can't kiss him. You two don't have your socks on. But wait. They're ascending, and I understand now. The socks, they never mattered. What mattered was their love for each other. F.R.O.G's essence enters B.A.T. and B.A.T. evolves. He now has the knowledge on where the secret treasure is. So B.A.T. finds the treasure and opens it, and it's just friendship. There's supposed to be a whole thing with the factions making peace, and this isn't my story anymore. Hold on. Wait a second. This is my story. No, the treasure, it's not friendship. It's a sword made of the elements. B.A.T. confronts Koarin, and they clash weapons, but it's not enough power. B.A.T. drags the magic of friendship inside the sword, and when they clash again, it shatters Koarin's hammer. Koarin begs for mercy. Please, B.A.T., don't hurt me. But what do we do to people that hurt our friends? We don't show them mercy. B.A.T. absolutely obliterates C.H.I.N. But B.A.T., he has lost so much. F.R.O.G World has lost so much. Pepe and Dat Boy help rebuild the amphibian paradise, and the Juggalos try to rebuild the Dark Carnival without Shaggy 2 Dope. And none of the Bussy pirates survived. The M.A.G.A squad wants to stay and help rebuild, but they have to leave and find the true ultimate evil that did this. Absolute cinema. And here's a poster. And if you want to stay after the credits, the true ultimate evil has just watched his minion be obliterated by B.A.T's friendship. He is turning into a mechanical monster each moment that passes by. He tells his giant skull monster to find the M.A.G.A squad and finish them. Our heroes walk through the portal, defeated, demoralized, mourning the loss of F.R.O.G and their total loss of F.R.O.G World. It's a depressing day for the M.A.G.A squad. But that all changes when they exit the portal. They look shocked. Huh? Oh my god. What happened to Meme World? Everyone's so sad. C.H.I.N, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Look! The AI robots. They have the last remaining New Age memes hostage. We have to save them. Go get 'em, squad. But someone screams, "Hole up!" Who the hell is this? A giant squirrel mech? I didn't make this character. It's the bitches! They're alive! They're alive! They reunite with C.H.I.N, a solemn and peaceful moment in the snow. The bitches lead the M.A.G.A squad to a futuristic-looking cave, where they find an entire revolution happening. NPCs are doing research, and galaxy brains are forging blue-coated swords, and M.A.G.G.A is showing the NPCs how to wield their swords. Before the bitches show the squad more, they tell them about the past. Yeah, this is how it was supposed to happen. The meme economy crashed after C.H.I.N deleted the internet, turning Meme World upside down. Then the bitches were kidnapped by the incels. The incels hold them hostage. Look, they're pointing, they're laughing at them. And this is where C.H.I.N was supposed to come in and save the day. But a bunch of AI robots were hunting down all the memes, and they decimate the incels, just so they could find the bitches and take them hostage for themselves. But what's this? A bunch of rainbows and cups destroy the AI robots. It's Hide the Pain Herald and Nyan Cat. They save the bitches, breaking them out of their chains with Harold's coffee mug. They introduce themselves to the massive squad, then introduce them to the rest of the team. It's Salt Bae and Doge making burgers for the NPCs, and overly attached girlfriend leading the army. But the mastermind behind it all, the creator of the entire revolution, Bad Luck Brian. Together, they form the classic Ultimate Mighty Meme Established Revolutionary Squad, also known as... guys, I can't say that. Anyways. The M.A.G.A squad begins their power-up montage, where they start aura farming and looks maxing. They look so cool. And I know it's cringe, but hold up, you gotta let them cook. Their burgers are just as good, if not better, than Salt Bae's. Even the bitches join in. They're aura farming and looks maxing too. Now everyone is powered up and ready to fight the AI robots that took over Meme World. C.H.I.N starts to manifest them disguises, making them look like AI robots themselves. They blend into the crowd, the AI robots handing off the last of the 3 New Age memes to P.U.P and to B.A.T, where they will guide them to a furnace to burn the last living New Age memes. Ugandan Knuckles, Chill Guy, and the crewmate all embrace each other before their ultimate demise. But B.A.T says, shh. A spark of happiness and surprise engulfs our tiny meme friends, MECH and the bitches sneak up behind the AI robots and smash them with cartoon hammers. The whistle was blown, the bitches screaming out, "Attack!" The classic Ultimate Mighty Meme Established Revolutionary Squad runs onto the battlefield, absolutely swarming the AI robots with their powers. While they begin their attack, MECH shows the New Age memes that all memes have powers within themselves. The crewmate has the ability to blend himself into the army of AI robots and sneak attack them with his mouth needle. And Ugandan Knuckles has the ability to annoy the shit out of his enemies to death. Finally, Chill Guy can just make the AI robots chill, bro. The battle is outrageous. Why is that AI robot showing the squad those files? What are you pointing at me for? No, I'm not in those files. Stop! How did you get out here? No. You all need to back the up. I'm not playing games. These are the real files. Don't let them trick you. In fact, I'm sure the true ultimate evil is in there too if you look deep enough. Go back to Meme World and help them win this war. But when the MAGA squad gets back, they are so shocked at what they see. It's... No. The classic Ultimate Mighty Meme Established Revolutionary Squad is gone. Perished. The New Age memes have been defeated and also perished. And no! Granny! Granny got hit by a bazooka! But what about the bitches? Where are the bitches? They've been ganged up on by a bunch of AI robots. P.U.P punches them with his green lightning awesomeness. B.A.T slices through them with his sword of friendship. And MECH ground pounds the final AI robot in the army. C.H.I.N panics and rushes inside the bitch's mech to find them okay, but just a little beat up. Whew, I'm glad they're okay, C.H.I.N. But now that the battle is won, the same giant skull monster is making its way straight to Meme World, about to consume it in its entirety. The dark pixels are taking over the land, and the skull monster prepares for its feast. What is the squad to do now? A giant fist comes out of nowhere and punches the skull monster. But who is that? Cthulhu! Cthulhu is back with a vengeance, holding the skull monster back. And while it's distracted, C.H.I.N leaves the cockpit of MECH for the very last time. He travels through the wasteland that is the world inside MECH in search of the core of his trusty Bitcoin gorilla MECH. He reaches inside and is in awe at the power coming from within. When he steps inside, he floats in the void. He performs a powerful ritual. He dabs. Then he sheeshes. Finally, he... Dude, we don't have time to argue this. That skull monster is about to eat Meme World. You have to do this now. Finally, he aggressively 6-7s. C.H.I.N drags the power inside himself, evolving and transcending. Outside, MECH floats into the air, transcending and exploding in righteous meme powers, and together they both evolve. C.H.I.N has combined himself with MECH, becoming an ultimate final form. Oh no! Cthulhu! Cthulhu was decimated by the giant skull monster! But now C.H.I.N uses his upgraded powers of manifestation to summon the most powerful meme ever conceived. Ricardo. Ricardo sent his most powerful punch directly at the skull monster and they both explode. Ricardo sacrifices himself to ensure the monster is destroyed, and the fully evolved MAGA squad wins the battle. But the dark pixels are still taking over Meme World. The bitches are being consumed by them. Oh no! They're taking over the MAGA squad now! What are we going to do? Don't worry, squad. I brought you to a safe place. This star space background is the last of my images that hasn't been taken over by the dark pixels. I'm just happy that you're all okay. But now, it's time for serious business. I actually have a little speech I wrote for you three before our final fight. MAGA Squad. I made you three from the images in my mind and had an entire story laid out, 5 seasons worth. You were all supposed to go through the worlds I made, have a civil war, come back together, defeat cute Thulu like 6 or 7 times. P.U.P was supposed to die, and you two were supposed to go back to the land of the dead to get him back. F.R.O.G was supposed to become the 4th member of the MAGA Squad. I had so much planned, and there were so many characters that you were supposed to meet, like Cletus the Fairy, and Scroogey McBoogerhands, and the most powerful character of them all, Barnabussy, the leader of the Bussy Pirates. There was a slew of characters you just never got to meet. But these are no longer my images. I don't have control anymore. All the characters I made, they're all gone now. It's just you three. P.U.P, B.A.T, C.H.I.N. It's up to you now to save the world I created and stop the true ultimate evil from taking over the internet. I made you three as powerful as I could possibly make you and prepared you for this final moment. You three are unstoppable. You three are the greatest AI images to ever be created, the most powerful and awesome AI images. You three are more than just AI images. You are my heart, my soul, my willpower. You are righteous and just and true. And you are dope as fuck. You are the MAGA Squad. Let's show this mysterious figure who the real internet is. Let's go beat this true ultimate evil. What is this place? Is this the outer net? It's so ominous, so strange. There it is, the true ultimate evil. With his menacing smile, he's sending 3 abominations of the outer net at you, MAGA Squad. Go get 'em! P.U.P grows as big as he can and punches the first one. B.A.T blasts the next one with his sword and the elements and friendship. C.H.I.N uses his powers of manifestation to blast a bunch of Bitcoin power outward from inside the final one. Yeah, you loser, true ultimate evil. Take that. C.H.I.N calls him out. Show yourself. Who are you? Oh my god. The true ultimate evil finally reveals himself. It's Sam Altman, who has now become M. Saltman, creator of OpenAI, creator of ChatGPT, and the true creator of P.U.P, B.A.T, and C.H.I.N. No, the world is crumbling to pieces around them. M. Saltman creates an image of 3 AI robots to fight the MAGA Squad. They get destroyed without breaking a sweat. Now he's trying to use his AI images to create millions of AI robots to fight the squad. The MAGA Squad uses their powers combined to decimate the entire army. They're no match for my character's awesomeness. M. Saltman can eat my butt. He's so mad now he's reaching inside the outer net himself. C.H.I.N manifests an army of Thulians. P.U.P powers up their spaceships with his green lightning. B.A.T gives them a rainbow road to travel on to speed them up towards his entrance. What's he doing? No! M. Saltman just poofed them away. The MAGA Squad is racing to him on the outside now. C.H.I.N manifests a portal directly to M. Saltman. No! C.H.I.N, B.A.T, it's a trap! P.U.P tries to tell them, but he's a dog, and he can't talk. M. Saltman has them in his grasp now. They can't escape. All P.U.P can do is reach out to his friends. But M. Saltman has already won. He depowers B.A.T and C.H.I.N. Then he turns them into skeletons and crushes their bones. No! No! B.A.T! C.H.I.N! No! P.U.P screams. He's angrier than he has ever been in his entire life. He cannot contain his anger. P.U.P gets as big as he possibly
can and tries to punch the fissure in the outer net. He tries to pry it open with his pure rage. Am Saltman just watches with an evil grin on his face while P.U.P shrinks down in size and cries his heart out. P.U.P has lost everything. His world, his friends, his hope. All is lost in the darkness of the outer net where he is stuck and cannot do anything. But what's this? He looks up with a glimmer in his eye. It's the spirits of B.A.T and C.H.I.N. They're here for him in their pure darkness. They grant him their own powers, the powers of manifestation and friendship combined with P.U.P. He floats in the air, ascending to an even higher state. Am Saltman is so surprised, not realizing what P.U.P has become. He has transformed into G.O.D. P.U.P, also known as God Pup. I'm in awe. He's perfect. The most perfect AI image ever. He approaches the fissure and opens it with his presence alone. Then he punches Am Saltman with all his might, not in anger, but in perfect, harmonious form. All Am Saltman can do is watch as the fist approaches his face. He explodes. The entire universe implodes in epic colors, a swirl of friendship, manifestation, green lightning awesomeness, the outer net, the internet, the dark web, Am Saltman's world all destroyed and combined and decayed all over again. Everything and everyone turns to nothingness. P.U.P, now depowered, weak and frail, close to the end, says his first and final words. We did it. MECH, C.H.I.N. We did it. F.R.O.G, B.A.T. We did it, everyone. And P.U.P fades away. Absolute Cinema begins to cry. Mr. Cinema, you've been there the whole time? This is too much, Mr. Cinema. I don't know what to do. Everyone except us is gone. What's what? that's Am Saltman's computer. We might be able to do something with this. Yeah. Get over there, Mr. Cinema. I don't know. Just try to make an AI image or something. There you go. Whoa! The computer wires. What are they doing? Mr. Cinema's making an entire world now. You go, Mr. Cinema. No, there's more wires. He's going even more aggressive in his world building. It's Meme World, and Magic Land, and Earth. No! Am Saltman is back, and he's taking over Mr. Cinema's body. This can't be happening. Wait, what do you... Where am I? Oh, this little guy's cute. He looks pretty cool. Whoa, a giant cat is destroying the city over there. Wait, I have an idea. Matter of fact, I have a lot of ideas. This is P.U.P, and that over there is C.A.T. P.U.P is ready to fight. You go get him, P.U.P. Holy shit, you guys. This right here, this is about to be absolute cinema.